OSU Extension Office, and I teach Family and Consumer Sciences for Hughes and Seminole County. We want you all to know that we're still there for you in this challenging time, but we are social distancing just like everybody else, so our programs may look a little bit different than usual. I did want to cover a topic today that was one of the foods that was primarily purchased during this time, and that was beans. So whether you purchase dried beans or canned beans, I thought it would be good to come up with a different recipe to use those. So we are going to do a series of different bean recipes to kind of help you spice it up a little bit in your kitchen at this time. So some of the ingredients that you're going to need, well, we're going to make the filling and then we will do the pie. But the first thing you want to do is go ahead and preheat your oven to 350. So we're going to go ahead and do this filling first. So you're going to need 1 cup of kidney beans. And you can cook these. I'm using canned beans today just for the simplicity of the recipe. It was 1/4 of a cup of onions. I've already cooked these. That was actually the first step in here. We are going to post the recipe so you guys will have that available to you. And I did want to give a shout out. This was actually a recipe from the North Harvest Bean Growers Association. And this one's actually Cowboy Pie. So I thought that would be a great recipe since we're the OSU extension. So anyway, next you're going to want 1/4 a cup of corn, 1/2 cup of tomatoes. And it says on there fresh. You can use canned. I use canned. And so you can make a tomato paste and actually puree your tomatoes if you don't have tomato sauce. So you're going to see a lot of different substitutions for this, and the recipe actually does give a little bit of ideas for that. But anyway, so we don't want you to run to the grocery store and purchase things that you don't have for recipe, because right now we're trying not to make as many stops to the grocery store. So remember that, don't run there and get something. And I think we are going to have a fact sheet coming out before too long that has some good substitutions, so be watching out for that. I did do, this was 1/2 teaspoon of chili powder. And then this was 1/4 of a teaspoon of cumin. And we're not going to do the cheese just yet. I'm going to go ahead and mix this up because this is our filling. So now that we have our filling ready, we are going to go ahead and do our pie. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to do the dry ingredients in one here. So we've got the 2/3 cup flour. This is all-purpose flour. 1/3 cup of cornmeal, and I'll just kind of give that a little good stir. And then I'm going to go ahead and mix together here. We'll go ahead, I'm going to put this one in here too. I think this was one of this is the tablespoon of baking powder. So that one was actually to go in there. I am substituting, we're using whole milk instead of skim milk, and so I'm not actually putting in the dry milk powder. It called for 2 tablespoons, and that apparently was one of the items that our grocery stores are having a really hard time carrying. So, so if you don't have that, that's okay. I'm using whole milk to try to fill in for some of that. So, and then we're also using 1/2 cup of milk here, and I'm going to mix this one and the egg together, and then we'll go ahead and add this into our dry ingredients. Trying to get that egg whisked up in there pretty good. So we're going to go ahead, this is going to be our filling that we're using, and we're going to put that into our greased pie plate. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up. a tablespoon of oil. And you can, whichever oil you have on hand, so I'm using olive oil here, but you can use corn oil or you could use vegetable oil, so. I'm gonna go ahead and get a spoon. So. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in our pie plate here. And feel free, whenever we get this posted, I want you to feel free if there's tips and tricks and things that you guys do with your beans or whatever you cook with. If you feel free to comment and add. We want to use this as a positive sharing time for everybody right now. So you are supposed to kind of make this come up a little bit on the edges just to kind of give it a little bit more of a pie. So we'll get that pushed up there. Okay. And then this is our filling, so we'll go ahead and put that in here. And we haven't done the cheese yet, so it's actually a half a cup of cheese, I believe, yeah. So we've waited till the end here to put the cheese on. And the good thing about this recipe, it actually, if you're using canned stuff for the most part, there's actually enough in all of the, there's actually enough left from each ingredient that you could actually make 2 of these. So, so that's kind of positive. You can reuse those, save them, and use them later. So anyway, so you have that available. Okay, we're gonna put this in the oven, and it needs to cook between 30 and 35 minutes at 350. So, and once this gets cooked, I will see you guys back here in the kitchen. So, see you in a minute. So these cooked for about 30 minutes in the oven, and so we have our cowboy pie. So anyway, we just want you all to know that we're still here for you. You can still reach us by phone. You can make sure you're staying connected with us on Facebook. We're going to continue to post updates and post things that may be able to help you right now. So we're going to do some more bean videos, and we will have some other videos just on different topics that are beneficial to you right now. So, but we miss seeing you guys in the office. So, but we do want you to be safe, and feel free to call us anytime right now. So thanks. Bye.